of beef is such a prized piece of meat, so you want to treat it well, and that's why I'm going to cook a beautiful fillet of beef and zucchini salad. Now, I'm going to be cooking this fillet of beef with two different types of heat. First, I'm going to char grill it so we get that perfect crust, and then I want to cook it at a lower temperature so we get that perfect even cook throughout the whole process. Now, we need to season this meat and get a little bit of oil on it, so extra virgin olive oil. Now, this is the center cut of the fillet of beef because it's that perfect even shaped cylinder from the center of the long piece of fillet of beef. The longer it is, the thinner it goes out. We don't want that because we want a nice even cook. Now, just glaze the meat with the olive oil on all sides. I've got my butcher to take off all the silver and any excess fat, so it's that perfect prime fillet. Now, we'll season this quite generously with salt on all sides, and I like a good crack of pepper. Now, a fillet of beef of this size doesn't take long at all to cook. In fact, please, please, please just serve this medium rare because it tastes so much better. Okay, let's get this on the heat. So I've preheated my barbecue for 10 minutes on a high heat, and we'll place our fillet of beef down and close the lid, and I'm going to give that about 2 minutes maximum and then turn it over so we get that nice crust. Now, I want to serve this fillet of beef with a really nice char grilled zucchini salad. Super easy to do again. We'll just top and tail 2 medium-sized zucchini, leaving the skin on. It's got a really lovely delicate flavour, so it's going to go nicely with our fillet of beef. I'm going to cut them into 4, so straight down the centre and then into long battens. And then we'll cut them into smaller battens. So everything's evenly chopped. Now we need to season this with some olive oil and some salt. And I'm not adding too much flavour at this stage because that's going to come later on in the vinaigrette. So just coating that, and then this is where we impart flavour with these vegetables. We're going to cook it on the grill with the lid down so the smokiness is going to penetrate these beautiful pieces of zucchini. So lid up, and on the other side of the grill, we'll pop our zucchini. I won't need to turn the zucchini too much because the lid will be down, so it'll cook them quite evenly. Now let's turn this fillet of beef. Perfect. You've got some great colour there. Now I'm going to give the fillet of beef another 2 minutes. Then I'm going to place the fillet of beef onto my trivet and my convection tray. And then what I'll do is cook this steak for another 10 to 12 minutes. What's going to happen is this is going to elevate it from the grill, and it's just going to cook the meat nice and evenly as if it was in an oven. The beef has come off the grill. It's just resting because, as we know, protein needs to rest, so we get it nice and juicy in the center. While that's resting, we can finish off our zucchini salad. Now, these have got beautiful char marks from our barbecue, and they're still a little bit crunchy in the center. They're going to continue cooking as they rest here, so they're going to be absolutely perfect by the time we serve this. Let's make a quick sauce to go with this beef salad. In a mortar and pestle, add 1 clove of garlic, a little pinch of salt, and then we're just going to bruise that so it becomes really sticky. Okay, once it's finely minced like that, we can add some lemon zest, and I'm just using a fine grater to grate that zest directly into our mortar and pestle. About half a lemon is fine for this. A little bit of heat, we can get that from a pinch of cayenne pepper and some ground cumin. For a nutty flavour, a generous amount of tahini, about 1.5 tablespoons. And then I'll just bring all of those flavours together. It'll be really sticky, but it'll start to loosen up now when I add some yogurt. So in with some Greek-style yogurt. And then we'll just carefully mix all of that together. This is such a great sauce, not only for fillet of beef, but you can do this for a roast chook, even some roast pork. This tahini and yogurt mixture is a great one to have in your repertoire. So you can see it's still a little bit too thick, but that's okay, because I'll now add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and the juice of half this lemon. We'll just squeeze that in, just getting any of those seeds. Don't want them in our sauce. And then again, carefully mixing it. You don't want to splatter all this oil everywhere. And you'll see it come together into a nice glistening looking sauce. And have a look at that. Beautiful sauce. You can actually do this ahead of time and leave it in the fridge for a few days. Now I'm going to place some of this sauce over our warm zucchini. I'm going to keep the rest to garnish our platter. And then with a fork and spoon, we're just going to toss all of that together, coating each individual piece of zucchini. Oh, this is such a yummy combination. So, the moment of truth, let's have a look at this beef. It's been resting for a good 10 minutes. I'm going to cut straight down the center just so you can see the perfect cuisson. And have a look at that. See how that's perfectly pink from top to bottom? All right, I'm going to cut these into medallions, about 1 centimeter thick. It is a salad, so we don't want it to be too chunky. Oh, and it's just like cutting into butter. It's so tender, it's so soft. And then the other side. Meat's prepared, our sauce and our salad's ready to go. All right, let's plate this up. Beautiful big plate. Our dressing that we've reserved, we'll scoop that into the center. And then I want to smear this all over the plate. It's going to be a little bed for our fillet of beef and our veggies. And now I like to almost layer this, so when you're serving this to your guests, you're going to get a really lovely mixture of the zucchinis and the meat together. We'll place about half of our zucchini on the bottom, and then we'll grab our meat and just place that over the top. A few more of these zucchinis. And then a few more pieces on top. And just to garnish this, a nice generous amount of sesame seeds that have been toasted. We need a pop of colour, so mint and zucchini are such great friends. We'll just pick a few little young leaves of mint over the top, and then a hint of extra virgin olive oil. I'm pretty happy with that. That's what I call a sexy salad. Fillet of beef, char-grilled zucchini, and a delicious silky smooth yogurt sauce. That is to die for. If you haven't tried fillet of beef like this before, give it a go, especially on a barbecue.